Man, that's high.
Troy Peters is a busy man. As music director for Youth Orchestras of San Antonio, or YOSA, he's responsible for the musical instruction of 475 local youth.
Do any of you guys play piccolo?
In 8 different orchestras.
The great thing about working with young musicians is you're taking them on this journey of discovery. So on the one hand, they're discovering the world of music. They're falling in love with Beethoven, or they're falling in love with Stravinsky, or they're falling in love with the Beatles, and you're there to help them go through that journey. On the other hand, they're discovering themselves. They're discovering what they're capable of.
Troy is passionate about his job and believes every child should be introduced to music.
The dream for me is that we have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of young people who fall in love with classical music and with music in general.
Troy's own journey into music began at a young age.
Hey, flutes!
So when I was in 8th grade, I was playing in a middle school orchestra and a middle school jazz band, and I played in a rock band, and I love music.
In college, he studied composition at the Curtis Institute of Music in Philadelphia. While there, Troy got a job as assistant director of the Philadelphia Youth Orchestra.
During that time, I sort of realized working with young musicians was actually more exciting to me than any other aspect of what I was doing.
You having fun? Good.
After some years on the East Coast, Troy made his way to San Antonio and YOSA. 6 years have passed, and Troy plans to stay for a while.
At YOSA, what we really want to do is change kids' lives through music, and we want to find as many ways to do that for as many young people as we can.
Since Troy studied composition,
but I can't always hear what's going to happen next.
He has this incredible talent to transform and rework any piece of music.
Yeah, that was kind of cool, right? Yeah. And it's just going to keep being cool.
YOSA recently did this concert where we took a Radiohead rock and roll album and performed it with a bunch of different singers with orchestra. That's a big interest of mine. How can you take music from different styles and make it work in the world of orchestra?
In the end, Troy just wants to make a difference, and he is reminded often that he is doing just that.
The proudest thing that can happen for me is when somebody I've worked with comes back 5 years later or 10 years later and talks about the one piece of music that made them fall in love with what they're doing.